Welcome to Flow with Ali. My name is Ali. Today I'll be guiding you through an all levels practice that is geared towards beginners and yoga basics. So this is a great class whether you are just starting out with yoga or perhaps you want to fine-tune the fundamentals. I'll be providing lots of cues and explanations to help you get into the posture correctly and safely. This is going to be close to a full-length class, similar to what you would experience in a beginner studio class. Let me know if you like this, and I'm happy to make more similar videos. So I'm going to begin in easy pose, which may be referred to as Sukhasana in your yoga classes. So that is just simply sitting cross-legged on your mat. And then start to bring your hands to your knees. Roll your shoulders up and back. Sit up nice and tall. And take a moment here to slow down your breath and draw your attention to every inhale and every exhale. So maybe even counting to 2 as you fill up with air, and then counting to 2 as you release. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes now. Take 3 full and complete rounds of breath. Inhale, fill up. Slowly release the air, exhale. 2 more on your own count. And if your eyes are closed, inhale, blink your eyes open. A couple times, just rolling the shoulders back. One at a time, warming up your shoulder joint. Just getting some good feel-good movements here through the shoulders. And yoga is all about feeling good. So throughout this practice, no pain, just focus on doing things that feel good. If you ever feel any pain, back out of the pose and come back to a neutral seated position or child's pose, which I will show in a moment. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, dip one ear off to one shoulder and allow a nice stretch on the opposite side of your neck. If you'd like a little more, take your hand and pull on the side of your head in the direction of your shoulder. So if you're leaning to the right, right hand to the left side of your head. Option to extend the opposite arm out. Deep inhale, full exhale. Inhale back through center, lift and lengthen up tall. Exhale, bend to the left or to the other side. Take the opposite hand, grab for the side of your head and draw your ear towards your shoulder. Option to extend the opposite arm. So if you're bending your neck to the left, use your left hand to guide your head and extend your right arm out long. In yoga, we'll be linking breath to movement. So you'll notice me say inhale and exhale and then the action. So often inhale, you release, you find length, you lift up. On the exhale, you do the work, whether it's a crunch, a step through, or what have you. You'll get used to that the more you get familiar with yoga. Let's turn to find a tabletop position. Tabletop. Shoulders are directly over the wrists. Spread your fingers wide so you've got a nice foundation. Think about the webbing of your fingers stretching out wide. Align your hips directly over your knees. Check to make sure your knees are about hips distance, and then take the tops of your feet down on your mat. From here, we'll take a cat-cow position. So if your back is flat, that's called a neutral spine. And then I want you to tilt your belly down for cow. Naturally, you'll feel your tailbone start to tilt up. And then think about your chest coming forward through the fronts of your arms. And then lift your chin, cow pose. We do this move on an inhale. This is called a flow. We'll link the breath to the movement, nice and slow the first time through. As you exhale, allow your head to fall down, relax it. Slowly draw your belly up and create a round shape in the spine. So you're taking a tuck in the tailbone as you press through your hands, feeling a stretch along the backs of your armpits, and pull your belly up and in as you find a round domed shape through your spine. Cat pose. This is on the exhale, almost like an angry Halloween cat. And now let's flow. So inhale, lower down, cow, send your chest forward, lift your chin. Exhale, press through your hands as you allow your head to fall. Draw your belly up and in, round your spine. Inhale, cow, lower your belly, send your chest forward. This is a continuous movement. Exhale, press down, let your head go. Pull your belly up as you press through your hands and your knees. One more time. Inhale, cow, send your chest forward, lift your chin. Scoop your heart, so your chest forward and through as you tilt your tailbone up. Exhale, press the mat away, round your spine, cat. Inhale, return to a neutral spine, a nice flat back. Exhale, send your hips over your heels. Draw your big toes together to touch. You might want to send your knees out a little wider and then take child's pose. So your hips don't have to fully sit on your heels. Stretch your arms out long and then rest your forehead down on the mat. So the space where you would have a third eye, just smack dab in the center of your forehead. Allow that area to rest down. And this can be passive as a rest, allowing your elbows to rest down, melting your chest forward as you let your hips sink heavy over your heels. If you get a little overheated, a little tired, child's pose is a great option. It's a way to actively breathe and get a nice release in your body, while coming back to a more restful state. And if you want to make child's pose a bit more active, reach through your fingers to lift your arms up off the mat. So only the hand is touching down. And as you inhale, rise back up. So lift your chest and return to tabletop. From here, we'll take a nice gentle twist called thread the needle. Stamp down into your left hand. Take your right hand out to the side. Take a breath in, lift your right shoulder up as your right hand lifts up. So if your arm is getting tight right away, you can bring your hand to your head as you lift, or lift your arm straight up. Getting a nice opening across the chest. Big breath in. Exhale, take your right hand behind your left, thread it on through, and then you'll feel a twist as you bring your right shoulder across the midline of your body and then down to the mat. And rest your right side of your head, your right ear down. Continue to press through your left hand to deepen your twist. Breathe here. Hips remain elevated. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, press into your left hand to lift your torso up and then come back to tabletop. Take a little shake, wiggle it out. Moving on to the other side. Take your left arm straight out to the side. Shoulders are still down at this point. Take another breath in, open your left shoulder. Either take that hand straight up or lift it up behind your head. Whatever feels more comfortable in your body. Again, this is all about feeling good in your skin, and doing these poses nice and safely. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, start to thread your left hand behind your right. Sweep and scoop the left arm under. Turn your head to the right, and then rest your left shoulder down. Rest the left side of your face down on the mat. Actively press into your right hand for a nice twist here. Hips stay lifted up tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath here in the pose. Inhale, press into your right hand as you rise back up to tabletop. Now we're gonna warm up the back a little bit. So press into your hands here. Start to shift forward. So from tabletop, send your hips forward, your shoulders forward. You might have to step your hands one handprint forward as well. So you've got a long flat back. This is a modified plank pose. So long line of energy from the crown of your head down to your knees down on the mat. Take a breath in, really tight abs. This is working your core strength right away. Then check to make sure the inside of your elbows are pointing forward, so that as you exhale, your elbows stay hugged in tight to your body, and then point straight up as you lower your entire body down to the mat. Slide your hands a little more forward And then lift up, so your hand, forearm, and elbow are down in the mat, Sphinx pose. So this is a very gentle, heart-opening pose. Lift up out of your elbows. Continue to look forward, maybe slightly up, and breathe. Take a breath in and a breath out. Lower your chest down. Slide your hands back so they're under your shoulders. And then take another inhale. Lift your chin, lift your chest, cobra pose. This is baby cobra, so nice and low. Test your back strength. See if you can lift your hands up off the mat. Hover and hold, so really active through the back line of your body. Then press your hands down. Send some weight into your hands and begin to push into your hands as you lift up. You don't have to lock out your elbows. It's a little bit of a higher cobra. If this is too much early in class, then ease up, lower yourself down. Tuck your toes, come back through tabletop, and then send your hips up for downward facing dog. So we're gonna take a moment here to set up down dog correctly. So you want a nice long stance in down dog. So take a look at how my legs are far back. So not too long to where your body is elongated. You want your hips pointing up. So play around with the length. You don't want it short like a forward fold. You want to be nice and long. Find the spot that feels good in your body, and then slightly tilt your tailbone up. And notice how that activates a stretch along the backs of your legs. Your legs do not have to be locked out. Give a nice generous bend into your knees. Keep your hips lifted up. Spread your fingers wide. Press through your hands as you lift up. So your arms are really active here. Your chest is nice and open. And then drive some energy down into your heels, pushing down into the mat. Shake your head no here. Your head should be dangling heavy. Nod your head yes. Pedal out the knees. So either just a soft bend in one knee, soft bend in the other knee, or a more dramatic sway working into the side of your body. This can feel really good as a nice stretch all along one side of your body. And then the next. And then take a super deep bend in your knees, keeping your hips up, and then lead with your hips as you lift them up, and then drive down through your heels. Good. So a lot of times you hear in yoga, rest in down dog. This pose really shouldn't feel like a rest. It's a super, super active pose. Take a breath in, look forward between your hands. On your breath out, take a couple steps forward. Bring your feet just behind your wrists. Generous bend in your knees. We'll take ragdoll. So here from a forward fold, take a bend in your knees. Let your chest rest on your thighs. And then start to push your hips up to the ceiling. Grab for opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. You can take some sways from side to side once again. We don't need to be static in our stretches in yoga. Keep it nice and active. Breath in. Exhale, release your hands to the mat with tented fingers. Inhale, lift your head. We'll take a half lift. Bring your hands to your shins. Press your chest forward. Keep your hips back. Long spine. Breathe in here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Inhale, plank pose. Step one leg back and then the other. So you want your body to be in one long line like a plank. So crown of your head down to your heels, long and strong. If this is too much in your body, drop down to your knees, release the tops of your toes. Take a breath in wherever you are. On your breath out, with your inside of your elbows pointing forward, exhale, lower down all the way to your belly. Good. On your inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Maybe it's baby cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. So come through tabletop and find your way to your downward facing dog. And we're going to do that one more time, a little faster, and I'll show you the vinyasa transition, the plank to down dog, with what's called chaturanga. So this will be another option for your yoga classes. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, take a couple steps forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Inhale, plank with your legs long, or modified plank with your knees down. Exhale, either lower all the way down to your belly, or as you shift forward on your toes, exhale into chaturanga. So elbows at 90 degrees, hover and hold. If you're in chaturanga, lift your chest, keep your hips and thighs up off the ground. Upward facing dog. Whew. Or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So that last bit, plank to down dog with chaturanga or lowering to the belly, is your vinyasa flow. Take a full cycle of breath here, or come down to your knees and rest in child's pose for a moment. So that was the warm-up section of class. Take this moment to breathe, to recharge your energy as we get ready to move on to a series of lunges and standing postures. Full breath in, full breath out. One more full inhale and a full exhale. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips up, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right toes up off the mat. This is three-legged dog. Excuse my plant. I'm kicking into my plant right now. You want your hips to be closed to start. So that means that your knee is pointing down towards your mat and your foot is kicking straight back. Take a breath in. On your exhale, we're gonna step that foot all the way forward to your hands, in between your thumbs. Let's do this nice and slowly a couple times, because oftentimes I see students step the foot and it gets caught or stuck somewhere around here, and then we've got to step it forward a couple times, which is totally normal and fine. I just want to show you a way that may help you, and this is really a sneaky way to get some core strength in. So inhale, exhale, bring your knee in toward your nose, take a crunch here, keep your hips high, and then watch that back foot shift forward, bring your shoulders over your wrists, and come up really high onto the tippy toes of your back foot, and then step it forward. You may still have to heel toe that foot forward, but that's a way to get active and strong before you step forward. So we'll do that one more time. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, crunch it up high. Send your shoulders forward by rolling onto the ball of your back foot or the tippy toes, and then step the foot forward. Drop your back knee down for a low runner's lunge. All right, so you want your feet or your foot and your knee to be spaced out. So you don't want that right foot right in front of your left knee. So heel toe it out to the side a little bit. And then check that your right knee is either right over your ankle or that your foot is a little bit further forward than your ankle. Good. So from here, I want your left hand to plant straight down on your mat, and then bring your right hand to your right thigh and start to open your chest to the right for a twist. From here, you can stay put and continue opening your chest to the right, or bring your right arm straight up to the sky. Look up to your top hand. Breathe here. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower your right hand down. And from here, we'll lift up the torso. So start to inhale, lift your shoulders over your hips, and then sweep your arms up overhead, low lunge. So I want you to think about this leg. You've got a nice 90-degree bend in your knee, and then your pinky fingers are pointing forward. Find a lift by lifting up through your rib cage, active and strong through your abs, and then maybe even send your eyes up. pushing your hips forward a bit will work deeper into your hip flexors, and you'll feel that nice stretch all along your hips. And then sending your eyes up, you'll lose some stability. So adding in some core strength, maybe lifting up and sending your eyes up, sending your arms back a little bit. That'll get a deeper chest opener, a little bit of a back bend. So seems like a super simple pose, but it's actually quite intense. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down. Tuck your back toes. Breath in. Downward facing dog on the breath out. Inhale, lift your left toes up, three-legged dog. We'll work on that step through one more time. So really kick back. Notice that your left knee is pointing down towards your mat. Good. As you exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose, and you want to step your left foot between your thumbs. So again, we don't want that foot to get caught. We want to do our best to get that first step to be as big and as long as we can. The goal is to be able to take one fluid motion to step, but breaking that down, what are we really doing? We're bringing the thigh up to the chest, crunch the knee into the nose, roll on the back toes, and then look down between your hands, step your foot right there. That'll take some practice if it doesn't feel natural to you already. Drop your back knee down, make sure that foot and knee are about hips distance apart. Take a breath here. Sink into the left knee. Right away, you'll feel that hip flexor stretch. So a stretch, extension on that back hip, and then a flexion on the front one. Plant your right hand down. Spread your fingers wide. Take your left hand to your left thigh with your fingers on the inside. Open your left shoulder so your chest is opening towards your left thigh. And then inhale your left arm straight up to the sky. Stay open across your chest. Maybe even look up to your fingertips. Breathe. Exhale, lower your hand back down. Restabilize your body here. And then inhale, send your arms forward and up, shoulders over hips for low lunge. So I want to get nice and comfortable here in the lunge. And then you can start to send your hips forward a bit for more of a hip stretch. Once again, you want that left knee straight over the ankle or slightly behind the ankle. And then maybe you send your eyes up to the sky. Your pinkies stay pointing forward, stay lifted in the chest. Maybe even you bring your chest up. Send your eyes up, maybe even reach back for a back bend. Breathe in. Exhale, let that go. Plant your hands, tuck your back toes, and then find downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg, kick it straight back. I'll kick my plant again. This time, you can start to open your hip. So that means turn the right side of your hip so it's on top of the left, and you can see how the knee will point off to the side and then point the toe. This is three-legged dog. Take a breath in. We're going to do that step through once again. On your exhale, draw your knee in so it hugs against your chest. Reach it towards your nose. Shift forward, step into your hands. And then this time we're going to go into warrior two. So spin your back heel so it touches down to the ground. You want your right foot to be in the center so that that right heel goes straight back to the arch of your back foot. Take your left arm straight forward. As you rise up, you're going to open that arm into warrior two. So that left arm goes forward, sweeps down. Your right arm goes straight forward. Left arm goes straight back. Push your arms apart, shoulders down, arms strong. Deep bend into your right knee, warrior two. A moment to breathe here. You've got shoulders over hips, hips and shoulders stacked on top of one another and open to the left. Soft gaze, so look softly over your front middle finger. Lift up through your rib cage. Sink low into your right knee. Flip your front palm and tip up and back, peaceful warrior. Bring your back hand to your back leg. Reach your top arm straight up. Keep your hand there on your thigh, or you can slide it down if it can reach the calf. Try to avoid the knee just to protect the integrity of your knee. Notice if your right leg has lost that deep bend. Can you bend a little bit deeper? Feel a nice stretch along the right side of your body, so more space between your rib cage and your hip. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Notice the legs do not change. Exhale, extended side angle. So you bring that elbow to the thigh, the left arm goes straight up to the ceiling, and then open your chest. So pull your left shoulder open, pull that bottom rib in, open your chest, maybe even look up to your top fingertips. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, then as you inhale, rise up, straighten your front leg, step your back foot in. So same stance, but you just might find more stability if you step that back foot in a little bit. We'll set up for triangle pose. Bump your hips backwards, shift and reach forward. So that move is coming from your rib cage, shifting forward. Reach, 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 reach until you can't reach anymore. And then tick-tock your arms so your right hand comes down and your left arm goes up. So you've got one long line from your left fingers all the way down to your right. Triangle pose, super challenging pose here. You can grab onto your shin if you'd like, or down to your ankle. Try to use your core strength to hold your body up. Take a breath in. Exhale, circle your arms down. Your back heel will lift up. Runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Inhale, find a plank pose. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath here. Know that child's pose is available to you at any time. Inhale, lift your left toes up. This time, allow your left hip to open up so your knee is going to shoot off to the side. As you extend and lift, reach up. Exhale, bring that knee back down. Crunch your knee in towards your nose. Shift forward in the ball of the back foot. Step your left foot between your hands. Before you stand up, spin your back heel down. Your left heel should go right back and line up with the arch of your right foot. Good. Bring your right arm up and forward and then sweep it back as you rise up. Send your left arm straight ahead, your right arm straight back, warrior two. So really pull your arms apart, shoulders are down, rib cage over hips, hips and shoulders open to the right. Bend into your left knees, soft gaze over your left fingers. Really push weight into the outer edge of your back foot as you open your hip, so draw your knee out to the left, your front knee. Inhale, flip your front palm. Wave that palm all the way up to the ceiling and then to the back. Your back hand will reach down for your thigh. Reach up, find length in this left side of your body, and then tip back. Peaceful warrior. Maintain that bend in your front knee as you reach up and back. Inhale. Exhale, stay low. Inhale, find length like you're bending over a beach ball here. Inhale, back up through warrior two. Exhale, elbow to thigh, reach your right arm straight up. Open your chest, pull your rib cage, your bottom ribs under as you send your eyes up. Extended side angle pose. Inhale, rise back up, straighten your left leg. You might want to heel toe your back foot in a bit for more stability here. Take a breath in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bump your right hips back as you shift your rib cage forward. Reach forward, reach, 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 breath in. Exhale, tick-tock your arms. So your left arm goes down, your right arm goes straight up. One line from the top fingers down to the bottom. Open your chest, reach and breathe, or grab for your shin. Grab for your ankle, look up. Triangle pose. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame your foot. Your back heel will spin back up. Low runner's lunge. Breath in. Exhale. Step it back. Find plank. And then find downward facing dog. Whew. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward to a forward fold. Good. Once you're here, take a little soft bend in your knees. As you inhale, send weight into your heels. Lift the ball of your foot up. Slide your hands one at a time under your feet so your toes touch the crease of your wrist. Bend your knees generously. Rest your chest on your thighs as you allow the crown of your head to reach down toward the floor. Let it hang low. Breath in. Exhale, send your hips high as you feel that stretch along the backs of your legs. Pull your hands against your feet, so deepen that bend in your elbows as you hang heavy here. This is called gorilla pose. And release your hands from your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, with your hands by your side, start to sit down. Send your hips back, look down, see if you can see your toes. And then lift your chest up. Send your arms out straight ahead, palms face down. Tuck your tailbone slightly. So hold here, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Another option is to sweep your arms straight up by your ears. So this will really get your arms involved. Tuck your tailbone, sit low. Find your edge here. Reach up through your arms as you sit low in your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, take a forward fold. We're going to do one more chair. You can keep it exactly the same, or I'll show you a more advanced or more challenging variation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sit low, sweep your arms down, send them forward. Inhale, lift your heels up off the mat. See how that makes your legs quiver and shake. Sit low, keep your thighs parallel to one another as you sit, sit, sit. This time option to sweep your hands back behind you. Pin your shoulder blades together, so really squeeze your arm bones. Send the crown of your head forward, hips back, reach forward. Breathe here. Drinking bird. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You can come to tented fingers and pedal your feet out here, one at a time. Just breathe. Keep a bend in your knees. Plant your left hand down or come to tented fingers. Bring your right hand to your low back for a little twist, or lift your right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, lower your right arm down, bend your right knee, lift your left hand to your low back, and then lift it straight up. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left foot back and come into a runner's lunge. From here, heel toe your right foot to the outer edge of the mat. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot for lizard lunge. Let your hips be heavy. This is a big hip opener. Drop your back knee down to the mat. Release the top of your foot down. Inhale, lift your chest up. Let your hips be heavy and low. Breathe in. On the exhale, bow your head. You can add a bend to your arms. Maybe come down to your hands flat on the mat if they're lifted, or if you have the space, come to your forearms. Keep hugging your right knee into your right shoulder. Breathe here, lizard lunge. Just notice what comes up in your body, what comes up in your mind. Come back to those nice, slow, and steady breaths. Inhale, press into your hands, lift your chest. Come back through tabletop on your exhale. And then send your left foot forward. Come into that runner's lunge, just like we started on the other side. Place your left hand on the inside of your left foot as you heel toe that left foot off to the edge of your mat on the left side. Send your hips low, drop your right knee down so it touches the floor, release the top of your foot. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Keep that left knee hugged into your left arm. Breathe in, and then bow your head forward. Let your hips be super heavy here. Come down to your forearms if it's available to you. Just find that sense of surrender. Opening the hips, allowing a nice opening across your body. Inhale, press yourself up, lift your back knee up off the mat, and then start to crawl your hands to the center, parallel your feet. So the outer edges of your feet are parallel with the front and back of your mat, and then come up to standing. We're in a wide-legged stance, so even slightly pigeon toe your feet here. Bring your arms out to the side or to your hips. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, imagine your hips are a hinge, long flat back as you start to send your chest forward. Bring the crown of your head forward. This is wide-legged forward fold. And then bring your hands down to the floor, walk them back a bit, allow the crown of your head to fall down towards the mat. Breathe here. Allow gravity to take over as you feel the stretch along the backs of your legs. Allow your upper body to release and surrender. Inhale, press into your hands, lift your chest up. Take your left hand down under your face. Take your right arm, fly it straight up to the sky for a twist. Breathe here. Open your chest. See if you can get your right finger straight up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Put it down in place of your left hand. Inhale, your left arm straight up to the sky. Open your chest and breathe. Exhale, lower your hands down. Place your hands back on your hips. Use your inhale to hinge your torso back up, coming out the same way we came in. Step your feet together. Step your right foot forward. You might have to step your left foot back a little bit. Your feet are about hips distance apart. We'll set up for pyramid pose. Hips are pointing forward, so both sides of your hips going straight forward. Your toes are forward, but your back toes are at a slight angle. Inhale, lift up. Find that long flat back again. Exhale, start to hinge forward. And then you can add a soft bend in your front knee as you reach down. See if you can bring your fingers to the floor with tented fingers. If you had blocks, this would be a great pose for blocks. But I want this to be accessible for you at home if that's not what you have available. Books and cans are great props as well. Breathe here. Allow your head to hang. Keep that left hip plugged forward. And then start to lift your chin, your chest, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. One last balance pose, step on your right foot. Put weight into your right foot as you bend your knee, then step onto your leg, point your left toes, keep those hips square and straight forward, and then kick your back toes up. Your back knee should point straight down to the mat as you hinge your torso down. Torso should look like a capital T shape. Send your arms back, airplane, warrior 3. Breathe in. On your exhale, start to stand back up. Allow your back foot to find the floor. Step your left toes forward, hands to your hips, right toes back. Toes point forward, Feet are in railroad tracks about hips distance apart. Hands to your hips. Inhale. Find length. Lift up. Exhale. Hinge forward. Lead with the crown of the head. This should feel really tight at some point on the backs of your legs. And then add a soft bend in your knee. Bring your hands down. Keep that right hip down as you bow forward, fold forward, pyramid pose. Couple breaths. See if you can bring your forehead closer to your knee. Inhale, begin to rise up, bring your hands to your hips. And then step on your left foot right away, charge up into warrior three. Lift your back toes as you straighten out through your left leg. Keep that right hip down. As you hinge forward, reach back airplane. Maybe you can even reach your arms forward, biceps frame the ears. Warrior three, kick back, reach forward, breathe. One more breath in. On the exhale, slowly lower your back foot down to the mat. Come down to your knees, sit down. Take child's pose. Separate your knees about hips distance apart. Reach your arms forward, rest your forehead down on the mat. We've been here before. Allow yourself to come back to center. Come back to your breath. Inhale, start to crawl your hands in, lift your chest, and then come to standing on your knees. We're going to do camel pose. This is a back bend. Bring your hands to your low back, fingers point down, pull your shoulders back and together. This can be done with your tops of your feet down on the mat, or I like to tuck the toes, so see if that feels comfortable for you. I find this is easier to ultimately grab hold of the heels. Take an inhale, lift your chest, send your hips forward, and then start to lean back. Send your chest forward as you lean back. Send your eyes straight up. See if you can reach one hand back for your heel, fingers on the inside, thumbs on the outside. And then if you can, reach the other hand. And then if it feels comfortable, let your head go. Press your hips forward as you send your heart up to the sky. Breathe here, camel pose. When you're ready to come out the same way you came in. Bring one hand to your low back and the other. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink your hips back. Keep your toes tucked. Draw your knees in, bring your forehead down, fingers on the inside of your heels. Draw your forehead towards your knees and then drive your hips up to the sky. Rabbit pose, counter pose for camel. Breathe here. Exhale, sit your hips down, lift yourself up. And then come to a seated position. Now we stretch it out. Extend both legs long in front of you. Separate the fleshy parts of your hips away. Inhale, reach your arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, reach for your toes. You can have a soft bend in your knees. Flexing your feet back will make this a little more challenging. And then bow your head forward, breathe. Seated, forward fold. One more full inhale and a full exhale. Inhale, slowly roll yourself up to a seated position. And then we'll take a seated spinal twist. So take your left knee and bend it so your foot is just about your knee level. Bring your left hand back behind you. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, either hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee and open your chest to the left, or grab onto your left knee with your hand and twist this way. Hooking will be a little bit more of a deep twist, but grabbing onto your leg will give you a nice twist. that might be a little bit more accessible. If you need to, you can bring that left hand back behind you a little more. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, open your shoulders and twist. Good, release back through center. Extend your left leg long. Bend your right knee in. Place your right hand back behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, either hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee and twist from here, or grab your knee with your left hand. Inhale and twist from here. So again, the other option is to hook the elbow on the outside of the knee and twist. And release back through center. Stamp your feet down on the mat and roll yourself all the way down to your back. Take a breath here. Hug your knees into your chest. Show yourself some love. Thank yourself for coming this far. Thank your body for all it does for you, the ability to be here, to breathe, to stretch, to move. Take another breath in. Exhale, stamp your feet down. Keep your heels in nice and close to your hips. Palms face down. Bridge pose. Inhale, keep your thighs plugged together as you lift your hips up off the mat, and then lift your mid back up. Drive your hips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Press the length of your spine down on the mat. Bring your hands to your thighs just to neutralize everything for a moment. And then hug your knees back into your chest. Roll side to side on your low back if that feels good in your body. And then draw your knees out toward your opposite armpits. Kick your feet up to the ceiling and reach around. Grab for the outer edges of your feet. Pull your knees in toward your armpits. If this is not comfortable, grab for your calves, even the backs of your legs. So the goal is to open the hips a bit and to release the low back. If that feels good, to sway side to side. Take a couple sways. Breathe here. Happy baby pose. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. And then allow your knees to fall off to the right. Bring your arms out to the side. Send your eyes off to the left. Inhale your knees back through center and off to the left. Turn your eyes to the right. Supine spinal twist. Inhale, hug your knees back into your chest. Take a moment to kick your legs up to the ceiling. Waterfall pose. It's a great pose for leaving anxiety. You can have your legs against a wall if you're still near a wall, for legs up the wall for a little more support in the inversion. An option to hold here if this feels great in your body, or lower your legs down to the floor. Turn your palms to face up for final shavasana. Take a scan up and down your body. Allow your body to fully relax into the floor. Letting go of any tension you're holding on to in your face, any tension in the muscles of your arms, shoulders, back. I encourage you to stay here as long as you can. This final shavasana is the reward. Some might say the whole point of doing this yoga practice. So I'm going to leave you with a loving kindness meditation, also known as the metta meditation. It goes like this. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. And then turn it to either someone in your life who needs some extra love, or to the world, the universe. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga practice today. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you next time.